Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on Kahoot. In this video I will explain the three different ways that you can create a Kahoot. You can create a survey, a discussion, or a quiz, the most common one being the quiz. All three of these are created the same way, but they're all used for different reasons. I'll first start with a discussion. To create a discussion Kahoot, simply click on discussion. It's going to start by asking a question. So you pick a question. Typically a discussion question is exactly what it says. It will lead to hopefully some kind of discussion. So you want to pick a question that will lead to a discussion with the students. For example, I might use this to ask a question like, who fought in the American Revolution? Type in your question and hit go. At this screen, you can enter in different answers, the French, British. You can add more answer choices here, like the Americans. Add another one. You can say Indians. And as you can see, there's no right or wrong answer because, again, this is just a one quick question to help facilitate a discussion. When you're done, just save and continue. It will ask you to select the primary audience. I just always select school. Again, save and continue. If you want to choose any file for an image, you can do that right here. But I'm just going to say that I'm done. This screen you can play now or you can preview it. So I will preview it. Preview screen is also very nice because you can kind of play without having two different devices and you can just play by yourself. So you go here to launch, you wait for the game pin. When the game pin comes up, you'll hear the music playing, so I'm going to try to turn that down a little bit. Over here you want to enter in your game pin, which is located right here. So 56716. And your students will enter that pin number on their own device while this is up on the smartboard. Pick a nickname or a name, doesn't really matter, whatever you want the students to use, and go. As you can see, I'm in. This is what you'll see on the smartboard, and then you can go ahead and hit start. We'll load who fought in the American Revolution, and then the students will answer. So I'm just going to pick one. Pick red, which is the British. At this point you can hit next. Thanks for taking part. So during that you can discuss all the other different answer choices and have a discussion about who fought in the American Revolution. To set up a survey, you do the same thing. Instead of going to discussion, you just simply go to survey, click on survey. You want to give it a name, so I'm just going to say test for right now and hit go. And here's where you can start asking questions. So I would say stuff like, well, keeping with the American Revolution, you can say what two countries fought in the American Revolution. Go down here, put your answer choices in. You can say the British and the Americans. You can say the French in the Germans, and you can add more answer choices if you want to. At this point, I'm just going to save and continue, or you can add another question. For right now, I'm just going to save and continue. Again, you go up here to select the audience. It's school. Go back down, save and continue, and if you want to add a file for pictures, you can. At this point, I'm just going to say we're done. Go back here again to preview it, just like we did before with the discussion, and you can go ahead and preview it here. I use the survey basically kind of like an exit ticket. I would use this at the end of my lesson to find out if the students have learned anything for that lesson for that day. And this will give you good immediate feedback to see who understood the topic and who didn't understand the topic. And again, you can add as many questions as you like. If you want to keep it to 1 or 2 questions for an exit ticket, that probably would be best. But that's what I use the survey for, to kind of get some immediate feedback from the students to see if they understood today's lesson. And now for the third different way you can create a Kahoot is by creating a quiz. And the biggest difference with the quiz, and the reason why it's so popular, is because unlike the other two, the discussion and the survey, they did not have points or a leaderboard, which is what the students really enjoy. With a quiz, it keeps track of points, and points are determined on correct answer and how fast they answer the question. And the students really get a kick out of that. They really enjoy to see how many points they have, who's on the leaderboard, what place they're in, which is why the quiz version is so popular. And to make a quiz, you do the same thing. You click on quiz, give it a name, whatever name. I'll just say test 2. You click go, and here again is where you put in the questions, and the answer choices down here, and then you have to select one as correct. When you're done with question number 1, you can either save and continue, or you can add another question here to make more questions. Again, the quiz feature is so popular with the students because they get points by answering the question. You can go up here. If you really wanted to change it to no points, you can, but I recommend for the quiz that you keep the points on there because it really engages the students and they really want to do well on this. And like I said, it's different from the discussion and the survey because those two, there are no points involved. There's no competitive feature with that. It's just strictly for maybe introducing a topic and getting some feedback at the end. This one I use probably most often, and it's nice because it also gives some feedback at the end. It gives a little spreadsheet as to the students and how they answered the questions and which ones they got right and which ones they got wrong, which will hopefully be covered in another presentation. So thanks again for watching my presentation on Kahoot involving the discussion, survey, and quiz modes.